Okay, hey there everybody. Happy Friday. Welcome back to the Cataclysm and my channel, of course. I am Vormithrax. This is Cataclysm Dark Days Ahead, and yeah, we're trying to kill some zombies. A whole lot of zombies. A whole lot of upgraded zombies. Man, this is a tough challenge. So, Stephanie Hawking III, our female lab technician, she is out and about, roaming through the wilderness and the cities in her pretty messed up vehicle now. Yeah, we're still alive, though. So, we're on, what day are we on? We're on day 9 of summer. We started on day 90 of spring, so we're 10 days in. Something like that. Still alive. This particular challenge is kind of rough for a few reasons, if you're new to this challenge. What we're trying to do here is keep a Flimsy Imperceptive healer alive with very low stats, 666 for the physical stats, and then 15 intelligence. Very smart, but very weak, very slow, not very perceptive, with a Flimsy and Imperceptive healer. And just to really rub it in, we, like I said, started way late in the world cycle, so pretty much all the zombies are upgraded. So we, from hour 1, have been dealing with Kevlar Hulks and Necromancers and Shocker Brutes and corrosive zombies, all the fun ones that I've missed so much. I wanted to do a run with all my buddies back. I miss all these guys. We used to start with a few of them in the game world, and then they changed how the zombies work, and I don't know, I'm kind of sick of seeing just the same base level zombies for weeks at a time, so I decided to mix things up and really screw down the difficulty level. So yeah, it's been rough. I think the first lab we had to escape had, I lost track, 15, 20 Kevlar Hulks with this kind of character. Hoo boy. We survived it, barely, a couple of times, got real close to dying, but we managed it. So we're out and about in the world. Here is our world. We actually started right up, where are we? I think we're in this house right here. That's where our house, our home base is. Why don't we put a note here? Home base. So that's where we started. Currently, we're hanging out right here after a very long road trip in our vehicle. So I wanted to come out this way, see if we could find a way. Unfortunately, we got a block right here with this stupid shopping mall, or abandoned shopping plaza, blocking my easy access over this way. I was trying to get to an LMOE shelter, Last Man on Earth shelter, and I was hoping to get into the hunting store. Neither is going to happen. It's just too many zombies, too many upgraded zombies, and I'm in too bad a condition. So we ended Wednesday's run just kind of hanging out here next to the evac shelter, and we're going to probably have to just roll all the way back down. We got to go back up through here, back down through here, back around here, down through here, and then finally all the way back up to our home base. Quite the round trip. So we've got pretty much everything mapped out. We've seen the local area. The big thing of note that I really want to try to pursue is we have a central lab complex, one of the massive laboratories that I've never actually managed to get into during a live stream, somewhere under the forest in this area. We saw a subway map from the first lab we went into that showed the central lab railway up this direction. No direct connection from our lab to it, but somewhere up here is an entrance into the central lab complex. I got a few things I want to do before we head in there, but yeah, we got some problems. So the biggest problem of note is the leg health. My left leg is at 21. We had an unfortunate encounter with a couple of spitters that both landed their spit on me when I walked down a set of stairs, and just hammered the hell out of my leg health. We went from like 48 down to 24, I think, and then I took another incidental hit to get me to 21. It was just massive. I don't know if it doubled up because of the dual spit, if they each applied separate acid amounts. I'm going to have to test that, actually. I forgot to do that test. But it was just a huge amount of acid damage for a split second of exposure. Literally, I walked downstairs, spit, walked back upstairs, and we lost half of our health in our legs just from that split second occurrence. So the big issue, and something I did test, I mentioned on Wednesday I was going to test it, is I was trying to figure out why my movement rate was so bad, and leg health is directly tied to the amount of, you can't see it now because I'm in a vehicle, Let's hop out of the vehicle. So notice here, it's costing me 137 points to move. This is what's causing it, 100%. I wasn't for sure certain that that's exactly what was causing it on Wednesday, because I hadn't noticed it being so bad previously. But it is. So I did an independent test, put up a test world, lowered the leg health on a character to the same level, and yep, cost 130 some movement points as soon as I did it, put the health back, and it was back to normal. So it's all leg health. Yeah, I don't know if I've just not taken much leg damage in the last dozen runs or what, but it didn't occur to me that it was kind of that harsh, because that is a massive increase in movement rate. To go from like 105 to 137, that is massive. So basically it means it's slowing me down tremendously. Makes it really, really dangerous for me to get anywhere near larger groups of enemies without having my escape vehicle really, really close. So I gotta be super cautious. The second effect that we're dealing with that I'm also investigating, and I did some testing earlier today, is I'm seeing extremely low healing rates. Now, please don't tell me, oh, you took Imperceptive Healer, what do you expect? I always play with Imperceptive Healer. It's like the most common trait I play with. Imperceptive Healer is my normal. I know what kind of healing I should be getting. I'm aware of it. I'm used to it. It's my normal. So don't give me the old, oh, it's Imperceptive Healer, what do you expect? That's just obnoxious and not very intelligent conversation. So this is my normal. I am used to this number. So when I say I'm getting some weird values, I'm getting weird values. And I tested it, and guess what? I got weird values. So I did a bunch of testing. I posted a note in the question section on the CDDA Discord, and I haven't really gotten much useful info back. But I reproduced the condition of this character. So we're Flimsy, which also slows down healing a bit. So we're Flimsy with Imperceptive Healer. We got 6 strength, which gives us 58 base hit points. We've got bandaging and antiseptic on the wound with first aid of 3. So when I freshly apply a bandage and a first aid, it's good quality, and then it degrades to average fairly quickly, whatever the time frame is. And then I also have, last time I checked, when I figured out I needed to test this, we had 10 health stat, plus 10. So not negative health, it was plus 10 health, and we were sleeping on a bed, sleeping with pillow and a blanket, full night's sleep, no interruptions whatsoever, fresh bandages and disinfectant, and we gained 2 hit points. That's just not right. That's low. That's way low. Even for Imperceptive Healer and Flimsy, that is low. So, I took those exact same stats, put them in a test world, reset it to those exact standards, and did a whole bunch of tests, and I'm getting wildly varying hit point amounts when I heal. I'm not sure there's supposed to be a wildly varying hit point amount. I'm fairly sure healing rates are set. I mean, it's just based on whatever your health factor is, whatever your bandaging and antiseptic level is, and it gives certain values. And I shouldn't be seeing wildly varying hit point amounts. A number of my tests are giving me, at a maximum end, 9 points, and a whole lot of them are giving me only 2 points, just like we experienced in our run. So I'm a little confused. Somebody with much more knowledge of the code that can look into the healing numbers and tell me why I'm seeing a 5 times variance between my hit point values when I sleep, I'd really like to know, because I think something's not quite working right. Now, I don't have a large enough sample, but supposedly from the sample I did generate, it seems that I get better numbers immediately after loading, or the first time I sleep after I load, and then subsequent attempts get less, not less and less on a trend, but are less numbers. So I was consistently getting higher numbers the very first time after I loaded, and then I was getting bad numbers after that. So, like I said, too small a sample size to say there's a trend or a definite correlation there. But I can't imagine why I'm getting 2 hit points multiple times in this run, and then exact reproduction of the stats and the traits in my test world, and I'm getting anywhere from 2 to 9. So, for example, I marked the numbers on my last sequence, and I set up the conditions, I quick saved, logged out, logged back in, slept, and I got 9 hit points. I went from 24 to 33. exact same setup as what this character is experiencing, and we've only gotten 2 hit points previously. So 4.5 times the amount. Yeah, that's ridiculous variance there. Then I immediately reset the conditions via debug. I didn't reload, I just reset, and I got 5. Then I got 6, then I got 3, then I got 2. Then I reloaded, and I only got 3 the first time, then 4, and then I got tired of it. But I actually did a whole bunch more. That's just one sequence that I actually recorded. So, I don't know what's going on here. So, I did save and reload a few times, and it's not consistent. It's just not consistent. It seemed that like I was initially getting higher numbers initially after a reload, but the sample's too small to say for sure that wasn't just me getting lucky with the random variance that I'm seeing. But I probably ran the test, I want to say 20 times at least, and I'm just seeing numbers between 2 at the low end and 9 at the high end. And a lot of them are sort of in the middle. But I had a number of sequences where immediately after the reload, it was the high side. It was 7 to 9. And then I'd get 2, 3, 5, 4, 6 in random variables. But then I had one test where I got a low number up front. So I don't know. I don't know what's causing it. It's really annoying. And I don't think it should be that way. So tonight, as we play this character again, when I sleep, I am going to specifically quick save. We'll save out, we'll reload, and then we'll sleep, and we'll see what we get. I want to say the last 2 times I slept, I only got 2 hit points each time. I remember them being extremely low end, and that's what kind of threw me into a frenzy of what the hell's going on. Because with First Aid 3, you've gotten most of the benefit out of the bandaging by First Aid 3. It goes downhill pretty quick. I mean, raising it to 8, yes, is better. But the difference between 0 to 3 is massive compared to the difference between 3 to 8. So it will help to continue raising those, but the benefit lessens as you get higher. So yes, I'll keep doing that as I can. But like I said, I am used to these hit point numbers and or the low hit point values. So I don't know what's going on, but it's low. All right, so let's actually get to playing here. That's my diatribe for the moment. Let's see. I mean, mark off some notes here. So I did test movement rate, and it is directly correlated with the damage to the leg. So we understand that. I just hadn't forgotten about it or hadn't had to worry about it for a while. And yeah, there we go. And I'm going to keep my healing numbers notes. So, Give me 1 second here. Now, unfortunately, my question on the Discord has scrolled up a page or 2, so less and less people are going to see it that might actually be able to put in a meaningful, useful response. I'll probably have to put something together and record it and put it up on YouTube as a unlisted video and then link it via a Reddit post so I can get more direct feedback and see if anybody else wants to test it and confirm or deny. But yeah, I personally don't remember having consistency issues with the healing rates previously. So it may be just that the numbers are so small and the variance is so large that it's more noticeable now than what I normally see. So we'll see. Yeah, well, here's the problem though. Even if I set the conditions, save the game, log out, log in, run the test, immediately Alt F4, log in, run the test, Alt F4, log in, run the test, meaning no time is different. There's absolutely zero difference between the times. I'm getting different healing values. It's not that I'm getting the same value the first time every time, meaning I'm debug resetting. I'm actually reloading an entire save, and I get a different value. I mean, I'll get 9 once, I'll get 2 the next time, I'll get 6 the next time. More often, I seem to be getting high values, but even taking out the debug resetting and letting game time go by and some other weird variables the debug might be causing, it's still not consistent. So I'm not sure what's going on. I think there's something wrong, though. And like I said, I can't maintain this character. It's just not going to happen if I'm only going to get 2 hit points per sleep cycle. I mean, At 137 movement points, it's going to take me weeks just to be able to move without being slower than every zombie out there. that's not going to happen. That's not going to work. So, yeah. We'll see how it goes tonight, and if I need to, I'll post, like I said, a video showing what I'm talking about with the inconsistency, and put it up on Reddit. That way I can get some direct feedback and testing from some other folks. Alright, so what are we going to do? We're going to get up in our car and we're going to leave. Yeah, I didn't have the energy after 8 hours on Wednesday to actually make the drive back, but we're just going to go back. I got nothing I can do, really, during the daylight hours. I'm so slow right now. I don't have the ammo supply to take out huge hordes of zombies. We're going to have to go back, recover a bit, and I'm going to have to decide if I'm just going to keep clearing the local blocks, keep pushing my cleared area further and further out. Unfortunately, there's not much useful in the way of buildings I need to get to. What I really need is books, and I can't get to any. The mansion didn't have any. The library in the mansion was pretty much empty, and we haven't seen any conveniently located bookstores for me to try to get to. So, my big hope, the 2 hunting stores to get light amp goggles. I need some kind of an advantage. I can't be super slow and have bad vision and expect to do anything at night with the streets full of predators and shady zombies and night stalkers and necromancers and so on. I'll just get killed. I know for fact. I can't afford any kind of melee combat given the healing rates that I'm seeing right now. So we're going to head back, and if we make it back in our vehicle here, we'll resort our gear and figure out what the plan is. But yeah, we got a bit of a drive, so let's get that done first. I'll try to make it as fairly quick as possible, but this is going to be kind of ugly no matter what I do. Time is it? 7 p.m. Oh, that's right, 7 p.m. Am I going to make that trip? The other problem is I accidentally, I drove wrong. I did it the incorrect way, and I hit something I shouldn't have that I could have avoided, and I broke out the windshield here, so there is an access for animals to get into the vehicle that come after me. And I can't fix it until I get back. Yeah, I think I'm just going to keep moving. There's no benefit really to staying here versus anywhere else. So we'll start driving. Oh, and so many Dissolute devourers. So many Dissolute devourers. Did whoever created those things actually fast forward time to a late game start, like the next year or the next winter or something like that, and look at how many Dissolute devourers there are? Holy crap, there's so many Dissolute devourers. Is that just because they're built out of one of the most common zombie types? I'm not sure, but look at this. One up here, one right here, out in the middle of the field. Just so many Dissolute devourers. They're quite the bullet sponge. They're kind of funny when we creatively entice them to eat other zombies I don't want to deal with, but it's a lot. There's a lot of these things. What are devourers? They're a conglomeration of multiple zombies. I'll show you one next time we have one on the screen. They have a few interesting and special features, and they're cool, but goddamn, there's so many of them in the late game when you've got evolution going. I suspect, like I said, that it's the fact that they're based on one of the most common zombie types. And now late game, I'm just, it seems like everywhere I go, it's devourers. You can kind of keep an eye on the monster list on the right above my mini-map, and occasionally it'll just be solid red names of all the really nasty zombies that are in the game. All at once. That's always fun. I like the challenge, I like the difference, I like the variance. I miss all these old zombies that I don't get to fight anymore. Too many of my... Whoa! Whoa, whoa. Too many of my challenges nowadays seem to end before I get to any of the interesting zombies. Oh, we had one on the screen and I lost it. I don't know where he went. Alright. But they absorb other nearby zombies into their conglomerate mass, which is fun. Let's see. Need to go around this way. And then another interesting part is they, you can't see their hit point bar. It always shows full right up until they fall over. Hey, Kevlar Hulk. So you can't tell how much damage you've done to them. And supposedly, the more they absorb, the more zombies they eat, the higher their hit points goes, or they heal, or I'm not sure exactly how that function works. I don't know how much it scales up, if it tops out at some point. But, yeah, they're fun. I like them as a creature. I just, there seem to be an awful lot of them here in the later game. That's why I'm a little curious if whoever created the things actually fast-forwarded time to see what the results of the settings were going to be. And just how many of them people were going to have to deal with. Alright, so this was a boo, yay, boo situation. We have 2 labs with no anthills attached, but there's a damn fungal bloom that's active right next to them, essentially. So I got 2 labs that I can't use. Both of them were the newer labs, so I didn't really care. Too much. I don't want to go into the newer labs. The mini labs are called. Little 1-floor labs. But, yeah, it's always fun when you... Oh, here comes one. Alright, right in front of me is a Dissolute Devourer. I need to go through this... Yeah, just past this area. So, alright, we'll get a good look at him here. Here's the Dissolute Devourer. At least per the Some Dead Guy Tileset. As them, it's like a triple zombie form. It's a huge amalgamation. The human body is fused together into a colossus with heads and limbs sticking out of its bloated body. You may have trouble estimating its healthiness, and its capabilities might change. So the capabilities might change, I think, just means it gets... I don't know. I don't know if it gets stronger, or... I don't think it has other attack types or anything, but maybe it just means that it gets more hit points the more things it eats. But we've seen it eat some funny things. We've seen one eat... what, a shocker brute? It ate one. It's... I don't know. It's eaten a few things. And I don't know how to trigger it to eat something yet. There's been a few occasions where I've tried to entice it into eating a nearby pesky animal. Or enemy. And I wasn't able to quite do it. Alright, making some progress, though. Just gotta follow this road a bit. Get through the town here. I love the Hulk pushing that vehicle down towards me. He's hanging out in the back of the vehicle there. But yeah, so you can get an idea. This is what it looked like from hour 1. Oh crap, Predator in the area. I need to go fast. I need to get out of here before the Predator hops in the vehicle with me. Predator hitchhikers are one of the nightmares I have right now. They are so bad. Alright, we need to go south here. One hit point per absorbed mob and a bunch of other modifiers. Hit, dodge, speed. Oh. Alright. I'm not sure how useful it is to have it. I don't know. If the player can't tell it's happening, then what's the point, I guess? Having something be that complex and have that many stages of growth and so on just seems kind of silly if the player can't even tell. So... Alright, there's the pine nut farm that we already harvested. We got a couple 100 pine nuts out of that. Now it's the long way north. Whoops, don't hit things. Hello, troll. Pretty boy. No, you can't follow me home, Mr. Troll. Alright, pretty much it's just northwest. Keep going northwest for the most part. Can manage it. Looking forward to getting back to our base. Kraken, zombie soldier. So there is a... Ooh, I see a first aid kit. Alright, so we missed a soldier body site on our way down earlier. So, single soldier, 2 molds, and the crack. Soldier is chasing the zombie dog and probably the crack at the moment. Oh, I think he turned my way. Yep. Alright, give me the... Oops, not the socks. Give me the first aid kit. And we're instantly overweight. That's it from there. What else? Oh man, an M60. Not actually as exciting as it might be normally. Don't care. I've already got one of these laying around. 2 different hits of morphine. Alright. I don't think I have ever used a single dose of morphine. I habitually pick them up, but I don't think I have ever actually... Oh my god, 190 movement. Alright, soldier took off. I don't think I've ever actually used one. 2 rounds out of 500. So I got excited because I saw the M60. I was thinking, oh, I might have some ammo. Yeah, 2 out of 500. That's ridiculous. Kind of makes sense. If they died out here in the field, they would have probably used up most of their ammo. But yeah, I don't think I have ever used a single dose of morphine the entire time I played this game. And we'll take the ammo from the tech. Alright, what is, Oh, we're underweight now by quite a bit. Alright, what was so heavy? Yeah, not gonna worry about it. Not interested in the airliner. We're heading back again. Where were those? So we've got a magic cabin tucked back in there. But I'd have to trudge through a forest with really slow movement to get to it. Regular cabin. That's the other magic cabin we had to leave behind. I think that was it. Oh, one more magic cabin. Way off to the west. Not easy to get to. Funnily enough, we also had discovered 2 refugee centers right next to each other. I can almost get them on the screen at the same time. Right there to the north, and right there to the south. Just off the screen. That's about the closest. I think one time I've seen closer refugee centers on my map. Do I risk the cabin? I think I'm at least going to head that direction. We'll see if anything looks wonky about the area. I'm still not convinced the player can actually tell. A lot of times you're not even going to know there's one nearby. You could have one in your reality bubble for a really long time without actually knowing it's there. How would you know how many it's eaten? And or like my situation where I was down in the lab for however many days and upstairs things were chomping around, so... I don't think I was getting messages from 3 floors underground about Dissolute devourers upgrading. Oh, look at that. Zombie hordes out in the middle of nowhere. My point, though, is also, so it says it upgrades. What do I learn from that knowledge? What do I gain? It gained 1 hit point? I mean, I don't know what stage it's in. I don't know what the progression is going to be without looking at the code. I don't know. Like I said, it's a cool monster. I like the monster, the thoughts behind it. I'm just not convinced that it's useful to have it. If it does have a bunch of different stages of upgrades, I don't think the player's ever going to know or notice. Just going to take a couple extra bullets. Yeah, it'd be more I mean, that's kind of the point. I mean, when other things upgrade, it's a totally different monster, so you know something's upgraded, and you know it's got different abilities or different danger level. If there's actually a fairly large difference in danger level between a base level devourer and a fully upgraded devourer, if there is such a thing, then that would be important information to know. And there's just no way to tell, really. Alright. Let's see. What do you think? Park here and make the trip? Just worried about even random stuff inside in the forest. Really don't want to pass up an opportunity for any kind of magic assistance. That would really help this character out. Plus, it's going to get dark pretty soon. 7:17. We actually traveled quite a ways. We can get home in no time at all, really. Yeah. Alright, let's reload. So we've got full magazine and 3 reloads. Our focus is good. Let's turn off the MP3 player while we trek around. Make sure I can hear anything coming. I've got carry capacity and weight capacity. Yeah, let's try it. I don't want to pass up the opportunity. No trolls or owlbears, please. A rabid muskellunge? What the hell's a muskellunge? I don't think I've ever heard of that one. Alright, let's mark that cabin so I can find it easier. Nope. So it's 2 over from that F there. Note. Knowing my luck, it's going to be empty. The fish are triggering my safe mode. I don't want to whitelist a few fish. Whoops. Whoops. Well, that's a dangerous thing. False. Stop picking trees automatically. You're going to get me killed doing that. Alright, are we far enough away from them? Nope. Still got the muskellunge in the area. And we'll manually pick the trees. I just don't want it to auto-pick them. Alright, pretty much straight north from here. Alright, fairly clear. See if we get lucky. Yeah, we got a little bit of stuff. Unfortunately, scroll of bless. Maybe that'll be useful. And eagle strength, or eagle sight. Perception bonus. Nothing in the kitchen. That's probably going to be it. I think one time I found something underneath the TV here in that same bookcase space, but most of the time it's up here. So that's it. Alright, well, we got a scroll. And we got a potion of perception. Gives you energy and boosts your abilities. I can be happy with that. Which category is Scroll of Bless? I don't remember. Alright, nothing else here I care about. There's no upstairs. I think I'm just going to head out the way I came in. Slightly different route so I can pick a few more trees on the way out. Now, just about max weight again. sure. Let's grab this. Oh. Alright, that's it for the fruit. Alright, Muskalunge. Stop setting off my warnings. Let's have some apricots. Ooh, apricots are good for you. Well, I mean, calorie-wise. I'm gonna have to make sure I keep grabbing apricots. Oh, sure. We'll have a few of the other things. Alright. Bless spell might come in handy. We can get it trained up a bit. So, no other magic sites we can get access to here in the near term. Alright, follow the road, follow the road. Yep, almost all the way home. Cool. And I'll speed this up. Back with chat here. No, scrolls aren't use and lose. Scrolls actually teach you how to cast the spell. Let's keep going. Yeah, like I said, to return to the Dissolute discussion, I don't mind them. And I'm not asking them to change the way they're developed. I just don't know how a character can tell. So, if the character can't tell, what's the point of having a whole bunch of incremental steps? Why not just give them like 3 steps or 2 steps of danger level bonuses where they upgrade significantly and put some kind of indicator on them, whether it's a name change or something. But I'm fine with it the way it is. I'm just going to keep shooting it till it goes away anyway. Whether it takes 6 shots or 8 shots, given the variance in damage between getting critical hits or not critical hits, again, I probably won't notice whether it's an upgraded one or not. Now, if it suddenly starts throwing lightning bolts at me or something like that, that's a different story. Alright, let's, oh yeah, look at all those Z's. Good old horde indicators. We're just gonna go around these guys. Oh, this is where I had fun dodging the predator last time. There is a predator. Oh, he's directly ahead of me. Alright, predator. Just don't want hitchhikers. Oops. Too far the wrong direction. Ooh, that's a big save. Alright, past this, keep going northeast. If I do another final drive-by of the, let's see, don't give him line of sight through the broken window. Don't give him a diagonal shot. Yeah, let's go straight north. Get out of his range before he can tag me. Oh, the skeletal shocker. This guy's fairly rare. Skeletal shocker zombie. Do these guys have CBMs? It's an electrical zombie. I don't think I've ever tried. Anybody tried to dissect a skeletal shocker? I want to say they probably don't, but I honestly don't know. All the other electrical types do have CBMs. I so rarely get to a stage where those guys are possible, I don't think I've ever actually tested it. Alright, and look, another Dissolute Devourer. So our base is just right over here. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna mess with anything else. I just want to get straight back to the base. We'll get some training done and try to do a sleep study, see what kind of healing we get. I guess I don't really care what follows me home as long as it's not super big, because I'm just shooting everything to death anyway. If you haven't seen our local neighborhood base here, there is quite the mess. Alright, let's turn this way. Hop out. Kill a few guys following me. I'll let him get closer. I don't want to walk to pulp him. Alright, and a few more guys. Reload. Alright, don't care. Reload again, and... Alright, hopefully my car doesn't get thrashed by zombies while I'm downstairs. What do we got there? My binos and my rollerblades. I won't need those right away. Let's go ahead and everything to there on the ground, please. I'm bloated. Get down here. Where are you at? It's hiding up in that building up there. Oh, there he is. Alright. Keep transferring. Alright, more guys coming. Whoops. Oh, that is the skull zone. Didn't recognize him. Thought it was a regular zombie. So, this, by far... Oh, look, more binoculars. This, by far, is the most gunfire I probably have ever done in any one of my challenges. So that's exciting. That's something different. You've been waiting for me to go all ham on zombies with some guns. This is your challenge right here. Alright, downstairs. Ooh, am I going to drag this all the way there? I am not. I am going to... What's slowing me down the most is the 200 pine cones and pine bows. Give me those and that. 30 of that. That'll speed things up quite a bit. Alright, it's gonna be fun when I have to drag all my crap back out of here again. Oops. Alright. What did we bring back before I merge it? We brought back lantern ammo, cordless drill, shovel, food items. It'll keep me going for a few days at least. Yeah, not a lot. We didn't actually loot all that much. Alright, oh yeah, I forgot. Plus 140 pine cones. I thought it was like 200. Maybe it was 140. That's fine though. Alright, and another first aid kit. Anything else? Keep my tools on me. We're still missing some very basic pieces of gear that are preventing me from getting certain things done. Alright, so first thing first. Give me the bless. Turn off my headlamp. No need to burn power. Activate Scroll of Bless. Technomancer. I want Technomancer. Technomancer's good. Technomancer's probably my favorite. Mostly because of the synaptic stimulation spell. What am I missing? I'm still missing duct tape. I'm still short on duct tape. We found some emergency duct tape. We got some of the most important stuff done, but I'm still being stymied by a little bit of duct tape. And lots and lots of different books. We got a really poor book supply considering where we're at so far in the game. Alright, learn this thing. I want a bless spell. Alright, there we go. Lock us into Technomancer. I am perfectly fine with that. So, bless. Casting time, 120 moves. Fine, that's no problem. Ally and self. Range 1. Duration 1 minute. 60-second bless. 37% fail chance under my current configuration. Let's cast it once, and that'll get us... If you're not familiar with Magiclysm, you have to activate and then use the item, even if it's a spell book, and then that'll get it for you at level 0. Then if you successfully cast it, it'll instantly go to level 1. So if you've got the ability to cast it, just keep casting it over and over. You have to create a hotkey for the casting of spells. And then pick myself, please. Yay, we have blessed. Something about how this spell works just clicked. You gained a level. So that's the easy way to get the first level. Otherwise, it takes a lot of studying. You're filled with energy that improves everything you do. Cool. Yeah, look at that. 888. We're normal. We have achieved normality. I'm excited. We are bog standard human now. Well, except for the intelligence of 15. What else does it do? We have a blessed torso. Strength, dex, perception +2. Oh, speed +20. That gets me not quite back to even with my leg damage. Close. So that goes a bit of a ways to catching me up. Problem being it takes 120 seconds to cast currently, and it only lasts for 60. So synaptic stimulation is much better still in my eyes, just because it raises by 30 movement and lasts for half an hour. Hopefully we come across that one, but we're gonna keep learning on this one. So now we're at 30% failure because we went up a level, and this didn't change. But yeah, look, we got an extra 4 seconds tacked on. All right, so here's our book list. This is the entirety of our book list. After an entire lab raid and not a whole bunch of other places, because I am really, really hampered on my ability to move around in cities on this run. Cooking, lots and lots of cooking. I can take cooking pretty high, which would open up a few things. I'm actually well, no, I don't want to go over to those stupid labs anyway. Somebody remind me, did I... No, I didn't actually go up to this lab here because it would have filled in more space. So yeah, we saw this from the radio tower and we just ignored it from there. I'm thinking I might make another run up that direction just to find out what kind of lab it is. Labs are the one place where I am safeish, where I can actually improve the character's situation without too much danger. As you've seen, towns are just god-awful stocked with nasty, huge groups of upgraded zombies. But man, my real goal is to get into that central lab complex. That's just going to be a bitch to find the entrance. It's so hard to find the entrance if you don't find it via subway. Spend time burning the entire northern forest down. That's kind of hard too. Checking through chat again here. I can't weigh in on the great apricot versus peach mystery. I have no idea. Hey there, Twitty. Yeah, regarding focus, especially in combat, that's my biggest pet peeve with the game mechanics as they're currently balanced. I've been harping about it for a couple of months now, about how poorly I think it's set currently. They got it dialed down so tightly, it's just kind of ridiculous. So, kill through 2 or 3 zombies, and then the next million zombies you kill, you get almost no XP for. So, it's kind of ridiculous. I think they're looking into some possibilities, maybe of changing or creating a separate stat, because you can earn a doctorate in half a dozen different disciplines of crafting in the time it takes you to level up a couple of levels of dodge or a couple of levels of melee skill and so on. So things are wildly out of balance between book type learning and combat stuff. And it's literally just a slow the player down dial. It's just dialed way down too low right now. It has no function other than slowing the player progression for combat. All you can really do is listen to music while you fight, and in between fights, try to keep nibbling on fun foods. And if you really want to have high focus, you just have to take long breaks where you go read a book, or read some fun books for an hour or two, then go kill 3 zombies, then go read books for a couple hours, then go kill 3 zombies. Like it's vastly out of balance. But no, you're not alone. Apricot's 1/3 the size of a peach. I don't have too. I think most of the problems with the calorie counts and the balancing and all that have been fairly well ironed out. So everything's supposed to be. When I see and hear things like that, usually somebody can go look up the real world data, and it tends to hold out. I'm not sure there's too many issues left with the various food types. Well, the above ground map representation of labs is always the blue L. It's just that nowadays they're split between the old style labs that have multiple levels and the new mini labs that are just a single floor. And there's no way to tell short of actually driving up and looking at the building. No way to tell from the map which one you've got. The mix, what is the mix now? I want to say the mix is about a 50-50. Might be less. I'm not sure. Hard to guess on that, but yeah, that's what's going on. I'm not sure. I've only on camera on live stream fully explored one of those single floor labs. I've poked at a few, teleporting in and just kind of looking it around in test worlds. But seems to be very little in there short of chemical components, some of the tools you need for mutations, and lots of scientists, security guards, and so on. But in my experience in the live stream challenge, the robots and the zombies all killed each other, and I only had to fight maybe 25% of what was left. and I was able to fully clear it. So it's a little weird. I think the biggest problem most people have with it is when you use the elevator to go downstairs and the zombies have broken the elevator controls down below and you have no way of knowing that, and then you're stuck. The only other way out is either to dig your way out or to manage to get to the subway entrance and be able to get through it to get into the subway tunnels and go to another lab and try to get out that way. So... yeah, you could be using the alternative map key. I kind of briefly glanced at that once and went, I got thousands of hours of Cataclysm using the standard map key. I can just instantly evaluate everything. Couldn't wrap my brain around the alt map key. All right, so what are we doing? We've got plenty of food and water. On the must learn, we're already on our way to Fab 10. Fab and tailoring are fairly well taken care of. I don't have a mechanics book to work that up. I don't have a survival book. I don't have a trapping book. I don't have a higher level electronics book. Don't have a first aid book beyond level 3. So yeah, we're kind of book starved right now. Our super brainy character is not too happy about that. All right, I think I'm going to study the spell. I want to test the healing again. As I talked about at the top of the hour, I did some independent testing before the live stream, and I'm getting really wildly inconsistent results in the healing factor. Using the exact same settings, reloading, trying it, reloading, trying it, and then resetting without reloading, just using debug to reset conditions, I'm getting vastly different healing rates for no reason I can determine. So we'll see what we get on this one once we get tired. Let's go ahead and level up this Bless. It's going to be pretty powerful for us, so I think it'll be worth our time and our effort to get this thing leveled up. So we're gonna study Bless. We're gonna go not very long. Here's another tip: don't right out the gate when you have no spellcraft skill do long study periods. The reason for that is the game cannot award you more than one level of spellcraft per session, per study session. So at the super low level, if you sit here for 8 hours and study, that might have gained you 2, 3, 4 levels of spellcraft, but it's only allowed to give you 1, just due to the way the mechanics work. So go with lower time frame spellcraft studying initially until you start really getting some higher levels, and you know that 8 hours won't gain you more XP that you're just ending up losing. So I'm gonna go 1 hour first, and we'll see how close that gets us. Then we'll kind of adapt from there. Plus we're Z levels in a lab with a city above us with 1 million zombies. See, 1 hour, spellcraft is increased to 1. Had I said 8 hours, I still would have only got spellcraft to 1. So super important tip for anybody using Magiclysm. When you're first starting out studying, go really short study times, and then adapt as the amount of study time increases as your spellcraft goes up. So we didn't even make it to level 2. We need 1,000 still. We got 5,500, so it was close. All right, let's do it again. Scroll of Bless. This time we'll go. I'm just going to go another hour.